The rape is of 2017, September. I'll give you guys some insight. I don't like going on social media to talk about my private life or things that happen to me. I try to keep out of social media and the streets and all that, you know, with my out of your control like now. So basically what happened was I was asked out by this individual, Jabulani, as most of his friends or whoever, you know, it was just basically once in a while I'll see this person. Sometimes I'll see him once a month. This was after I told myself that it didn't happen. And, you know, you just blame yourself. You're like, it's my fault. I'm the one who did it. If I didn't go to his room, then it wouldn't have happened to me. You come up with so many things. And I believed him. I believed every time he told me that he's sorry that he treats me badly. Now there were things, psychological things that would happen that made me even more scared of him. He would often talk about men not dating women who are abused. He would tell me this all the time. Or he wouldn't be talking to me, he would be talking to whoever was around and saying, you shouldn't date women who are abused, you shouldn't date a woman who's raped. He would tell me how every woman is a B. I can't say the words because I don't like swearing. He would always say, oh, you know, that girl's a B, that girl's a B. Every single woman. I see so many people posting with him and I'm just like, if only you knew. You know, there was just a lot of things about this man that you literally are terrified because you don't know what's going to happen next. He would tell, I once told him that he abused me. I said it. I said to him, you treat me abusively and you are abusing me. Those are my exact words to him. And he said to me that I was lucky because I don't know what abuse is. That's what he had said to me. He had this thing where he'd always claim to forget everything. So I'd remind him, oh, you remember you said this to me? And it's like, oh, I don't remember. You know, because he was always high or whatever the hell. I don't know. So this was what it was. That was the reality that I lived. In 2018, in July, I told him, I think it was towards the end of July into August, I told him that I can't keep living in fear like this. I can't keep being with somebody who treats me like I'm rubbish. At that time, obviously, I still haven't accepted that I was raped. You know, I just couldn't understand why I was with this person. And then, yeah, that's what happened. And there was a recording that was released. I remember this. Some recording went around for such a long time. And people were like, yeah, she admitted, yeah. That recording was taken in 2018, August. It was a very long conversation. We were not together at the time. We were actually talking about music rights and splits, and there was things. He's used my vocals on songs without my permission, and I had asked him not to do that. And I'd sent the letter officially to him and to my label. So it was not like, oh, yeah. The attention part came from that whole thing of, oh, I actually thought you cared. And when it was leaked, I was just like, wow, this is the lengths that people go to smear your name. He's gone as far as recruiting people that I used to work with. And they've started some hectic rumors and social media saying that I'm a liar, I'm this and this. Every person that I fired them because they were inadequate and they didn't fit into my company. But obviously people are bitter. And I don't fault them. It's your right to be bitter. You know, I don't have a problem with bitterness. You know, so following all those things, he has 2,000, there's these pictures were wearing white. You know, we're both wearing white. I'm wearing white. I had a Christmas party in January of 2019. Now, what happened for those pictures to even be taken was he started accusing me of having a relationship with a musician who was at the time signed at Universal. Simply because I had told him one day when we went on a flight together that this person, who I found out later was his friend, had, you know, shown some interest in me. And he basically psychologically manipulated me into believing like, oh, okay, fine. If you don't want to be with me, that means you are, sleeping with this person. And I found myself, it was a week, I swear to God, it was a week where I was like, okay, so what am I doing here? And then after that was it. He asked the photographer that was there at the time to take the pictures, and we didn't spend any time together because I'd invited him because I didn't think he would come anyway. Mind you, by 2019, January, I still had not accepted that I had been raped. I still had not come to terms with that. It was only in April 2019, last year, where I said this to someone. I told someone what had happened the first time, and mind you, I have said my friends, every one of my friends knew about this, but I had never put it into the context of rape. I simply always told people that he forced himself onto me. That was the words that I used. It felt safe for me to say he forced himself onto me. It was safe for me to say he sexually assaulted me. But to say the word rape, I couldn't bring myself to do that. So it was only in 2019, April, that I started to formulate the whole thing in my mind. Like, oh my gosh, this happened to me. And then I think it was later on that year. It was just the weekend after Durban July. Just after Durban July. He had called me. I think there were pictures all over the social medias about him and somebody else. I didn't really care about those things. So he called me. So I told him, like, why are you calling me? I mean, you have your people, just leave me alone. And he's like, no, I want to talk to you. So I thought, this was July 2019. I thought, oh, he wants to apologize for raping me, for, doing all those things that he did, threatening me. And he didn't. He took me to some producer's house. And then when he was taking me home, I said to him, I need to talk to you. And he was like, no, I can't talk to you. Mind you, this man has said to me verbatim, I don't want to hear what you have to say because your feelings don't matter. This is what this man who sings all these songs about abuse has said to me multiple times. So I thought, okay, fine, all this tumultuousness has come up and down. Let us now, have this big chit chat and just try to forget this, because I was really trying to move on with my life, and just put him behind me in every way, And he literally said to me when he was dropping me back home, I think that was the day where I realized that yes, he raped me, but it was malicious intent, He said to me that if you don't get out of the car, he said to me, you're lucky that I'm not those men who would beat a woman and leave her on the street. So please get out of my car. I was so shocked. I couldn't believe what I'd heard. I couldn't believe this man had just threatened me without threatening me. He had just said to me, I'm lucky that he's not one of those type of men. And then something really scary as well. He had told me previous times that sometimes he would just drive by my house, He had once said he left something there. So these things are in your head. They're constantly in your head. I would get text messages from him asking me about gigs that I didn't go to. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? How do you know about my life? How do you know about my gigs? How do you know about where did I go? I once got a message. I was coming out of Gateway in Durban, and I got a message asking me how's Gateway, and I'm just like, how do you know I'm at the mall? So this man terrorized me. He made my life a living hell from 2017 up until now. He has terrorized me. He has stalked me. He has abused me. He has lied about me. And I've got to a point where I'm okay with it. I'm done. I'm not going to keep quiet anymore. And that's what this all is. You know, my team and I have had these discussions. I'm not sitting here going, oh, just freestyling, no. The case is pending. There's a lot of things to consider. And yes, the justice system might not be perfect, but I have faith that somehow, somewhere, the justice system does work. You know, if it's not going to work for me, it's fine. But it should work for other kids and other people and other women who've gone through the same thing. More often than not, you are hurt by the people that you know. And it's sad that black women continue to be victimized, continue to be blamed, continue to be told that it's their fault, even when it isn't. My body is mine. No one has the right to it. This ordeal has made it so hard for me to trust people. It's made it hard for me to have normal relationships. I can literally sometimes see how my experience has shaped the way I think now. And the only reason I spoke out was because my boyfriend at the time told me, I told him way before, he told me that if you don't get this out, you'll never heal. You will always continue to have this thing as a wound. And I have healed. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm living my life. I'm not out there intentionally trying to ruin anyone's life. The truth remains the truth no matter how you look at it, no matter how much you try to hide from it. The truth will never stop being the truth. And I cannot say whether he's a good or a bad person. I cannot decide that. What I do know is that Jabulani raped me. I did not give him consent. I told him to stop. And that's how I ended up in a relationship with him. It was not, hey, we are having sex. No, that's not what happened. And I couldn't fight him off because he's huge. He's massive. He's bigger than me. I mean, I'm really short. You know, and I was bandaged. I was stuffed with painkillers. That's what happened. And I have never spoken to the press about this. The dockets have been leaked, whichever way they've been leaked. But I do not speak to the press about this. I have not gone to them and said, listen to me. I have not done any of that. So I hope you guys now understand this. And honest to God, I'm not telling you guys this so that it's his side or her side. Whatever side you pick, it's not my concern. My concern is that I won't have somebody lie about me. He's lied about me for years, and I've kept quiet. He continues to lie about me, and I've got to a point where I'm enough with the lies. So yeah, this is it. No one's gonna lie about me, and no one's gonna call me a liar. I'm not a liar. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much to all the Martians, and thank you to everybody that continues to be amazing towards me. I have not had the reserve to speak about this before. I had still been dealing with it. And yeah. And now I'm at a place where I can speak about it. And it's unfortunate that it came out in this way. But I have no interest in continuing this narrative of lies. So you guys must have a good night. And strength to every woman fighting this battle. Strength to every man who continues to help and support women who go through this. Rape is not an easy thing to bear on your soul, but it does not define me. I am not defined by something that happened to me. I will not allow anything that happened to me to affect me. I will only allow the things that I choose to affect me to affect me. So yeah, have a good night. Thank you so much for listening. I'm not saving this video. Hope enough of you guys have heard what I have to say.